Hey there, my name is Julie Fei-Fan Balzer, and today I'm going to show you the easiest way to get your vinyl cuts straight onto the surface you want to put them onto. So I have a small piece of vinyl here, and this is adhesive backed vinyl. And so what I want to do is I just want to put it down so that the adhesive side is down and the vinyl side is up, so that the paper backing is down against the mat. So I'm going to take off the dust cover, and I'm going to go ahead and put this down onto my mat. And then I'm going to open the dust cover on my machine, and I'm going to go ahead and put it in. So I'm going to press the load button. And then I'm going to go and look for the design that I'd like to cut. And I'm simply going to cut some of my handwriting, which happens to be saved into the machine, but you of course could cut absolutely anything that you wanted. Now I am going to scan in the vinyl so that I can perfectly place this exactly where I want on the vinyl so that I maximize, because you know, I always think that with supplies that are a little more spendy, I like to make sure that I'm really maximizing what I'm using. Once I see my scan, I can go ahead and I can drag that create right where I need it to be. I could resize it, make it bigger, make it smaller, whatever I want, and I'm simply going to hit OK and cut. Before I cut, I want to make sure that my blade is set correctly. Now, I did do a test cut, and so I know that the best setting for my blade is going to be a 1.5, and what that's going to do is it's going to cut through the vinyl, but not the paper backing, and that's really important. So you should go ahead and do a test cut in your machine to make sure that's going to work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this in, and I'm going to press the start button, and we're off and cutting. Once it has cut, I'm going to unload it from the machine, and then I'm simply going to remove it from the mat. And as you see, it should all come off as one piece because, again, I didn't cut through the backing. I only cut through that top layer. And now I'm going to do a process known as weeding. And weeding involves removing all the parts that you don't want. So that's another reason I have a very small piece of vinyl that I cut here, because everything I'm pulling away right now is going to be garbage, and it's just going to go into the trash. So this is just garbage now. Now the stuff that's left to weed is obviously the insides of the letter. So I simply bend the paper backing and I remove each of the little insides of the letters until it looks exactly how it's supposed to look. Oop, that little tiny inside of the E is getting away from me. Okay, so here you can see I have it exactly how it's supposed to look. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this transfer sheet. Now transfer sheets are completely reusable. This happens to be gridded, which I like, especially with a word, because you can line it up. Now this is sticky on the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just place it down right over here. I'm going to use my thumb to just go ahead and burnish it. And the burnishing is just basically meaning that the adhesive on the back of the transfer sheet is now sticking to the vinyl. And what I'll do is I'll slowly peel this away, and as you can see, the vinyl is sticking right onto the transfer sheet, which is perfect. So now I'm ready to take this word, which would otherwise be very fussy, and place it wherever I want. So let's say I'd like to decorate my beautiful ScanNCut. I can do that. I can simply place the transfer sheet down, and I can use the grid to make sure that this is straight. Again, I'm going to burnish with my thumb to make sure that the adhesive is sticking on there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull away the transfer sheet slowly and carefully. Here we go. And just like that, boom, you can see I have this beautiful crate here, and I can go ahead and I can take my transfer sheet, I can put it back down onto its blue backing, and I can reuse this over and over. Easy peasy vinyl in very few steps. Thanks so much for watching. For more tips, tricks, and tutorials, be sure to visit my blog at balzerdesigns.typepad.com, and of course the ScanNCut website at ScanNCut.com.